Hi, Ika.
Hello.
I've got
Yeah,
Donnie here
please.
with me.
How you doing there, Arca?
Hello, how's it going?
Doing well, doing well.
So, how are you guys going? Because you are actually not only getting ready to release a new album, but to also head down here to Soundwave.
Yeah, and we are super excited about it.
Have you been to Australia many times?
No, actually, we've been there only once. It was 2012. That was the first time we had a club tour there, and the experience was really, really positive, really good. Good memories from that, and we are very curious to see what happens on Australian Festival.
Oh, fantastic. We're going to be really excited to see you here. We're going to put all the effort we can in the gig. Is there anyone you're sort of excited to play with or be with out there at Soundwave? Because it's a pretty big list on that.
It's a great list. You know, we were really honored to get a slot on the festival. A lot of great bands that we like, and, you know, I can't remember. I tried to check out, but my laptop is dead at the moment. I tried to check out detail who all are there, but, you know, playing with Slipknot and Lamb of God and stuff like that, you know, it's great. I would love to see Fade No More, but most likely I'm not going to see it because we are every day in different city.
Yeah, it happens.
Luckily. But it's a great lineup. It's a really cool lineup.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll do a sideshow that you can go and see.
Yeah, Sidewaves.
Sidewaves.
How
yeah.
it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be a great option. To see them in a small club, you know, that I would love to.
Some of my best gig experiences have been like just the Sidewaves in a really cool little pub and just one of your favourite bands. It really is an amazing sort of festival in what it spawns.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stories about that, and I had already in end of 90s, I heard good stories about the Big Day Out, which was kind of before Soundwave, and always like cool stories about it. And so many years we've been trying to fit that into our calendar, and I don't know whatever reason it didn't happen before, but we're really happy that now finally we get it.
So then, like, unfortunately not in time for Soundwave, but in April you've got a new album, Shadowmaker, coming out.
Yep. That's very true. Originally, it was supposed to come in January, but, you know, due to schedule of the producer and other stuff, you know, we had to delay the album. We got in the studio later than we thought. But luckily, we got already Shadowmaker out, and we will get most likely another radio song out before the Soundwave. And we can a little bit represent the new album as well. But I think on Soundwave, it's a full of people who never heard about Apocalyptic. They maybe heard about the band, but doesn't know really what it's all about. And I think it's for us, it's a great opportunity to catch new fans.
Definitely, it's a fantastic idea. I was thinking about the new album because it kind of snuck up on me. I didn't know you guys were working on it. And I was thinking your previous work was a Wagner cover, wasn't it? You did that fantastic set covering all the works of Wagner. I was wondering, how do you go from there? How do you go bigger? How do you try and compete with Wagner and step up from that? Like, what was the idea with this new album?
It's a little bit different aesthetics, you know. The Wagner thing was made for this project. The album was just a recording of the live performance, what we did, and it was more about the whole spectacle with all those dancers and this. How could I say it? It is like a bombastic production, and it was more music written for that. This story about Wagner's life, and the whole approach was different. I composed the whole thing by myself alone. And the band was not involved in that, and except on the performance. So it was like a side process, totally. And this time, it was more like, you know, we did the Wagner thing, then we did a tour last March. We did a tour with a small orchestra. So many different things together with too many people. Not too many, but a lot of people. And this time it was like, okay, now it's a cool moment to focus what is Apocalyptic. Let's make a band record. And that was one reason why we wanted to have not a lot of featuring artists on the record. We wanted to have one singer to sing the record and to be able to tour with us the whole full album cycle. So I think it was really exciting to, you know, we were like doors open to all kind of things, and now we close the doors and stayed inside and, you know, okay, let's dig in deeper to the core of the band, you know, what we are as a band. And it was very exciting, and I love the result, the record.
I was going to say, from what I've heard in the past and listening to the sneak preview of the new album that I had a chance to listen to, it's actually totally different.
Yeah, it's very different. I think we changed for every album. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but there's been change between every record. And it's because we change as people as well. And our musical taste changes. But I think, for example, we did the vocal collaborations on so many previous records. And now having Frankie in the rehearsal room with us, rehearsing and arranging the songs before we went to studio, that made a really big difference on the structure of the songs.
Awesome. Well, I want to ask actually, because Apocalyptica is an unusual setup for a band. You do have 3 cellos and drums as well as your vocalist. So how did this start? Did you 3 meet at school where you were all playing cello? Did you set out to get 3 cellos in a band? How did that happen?
That actually happened that I was a part of another cello group in the very beginning of the 90s, a 6-cello ensemble. It's nowadays called Total Cello Ensemble. And my teacher was a leader of that in Sibelius Academy. And we did it with this 6-cello group. We played everything from Bach to Jimi Hendrix, tangos. We did a lot of different types of music. And I started thinking that if we can do, Purple Haze, we should be able to play For Whom the Bell Tolls. And then with a bunch of friends, I and Pablo, we are only original members in the band. And I was like, okay, let's do it. We were on the music camp, and there was like an evening event that people prepared some special program for that. And I did an arrangement for a couple of songs. Like everything was from the Ride the Lightning because I had money to buy only one notebook, sheet music. and I bought this Ride the Lightning book, and I did an arrangement for, I think, Creeping Death, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and Escape was the third song. And we did that for 2 years just for our own fun. We were asked to play on the student parties and stuff like that. We played always 15, 20 minutes, couple of songs, and people freaked out every time. And then 95, December, we got an invitation to play in a rock club in Helsinki, part of an event, metal event. And based on that, we got an offer to make a record. And not from the major label. It was like a one-man company, very small independent label in Helsinki. And he asked us, you want to make a record out of this? And we thought he's crazy. Nobody wants to listen to such a shit from the album. And then, but still, we did the first record, and suddenly it became very successful, and we got a lot of invitations to play shows. And from there, everything has happened step by step. So we never had a master plan. This is where we want to go. It was more like we just did all the things that happened at the time. And when we were on tour, not even on the tour, we just played gigs there and there. And we realized actually our sound is totally different than what was on the first record. So we need to make another one. Then we made the second record. And from there, it's been going album by album. We never had okay, after this we want to do that and then we should do that. It's been more like all the time focusing, okay, what we want to do now. And I think it's been the right way to do it because we still exist.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask also then, you said you're probably the only original member left. Did you have other instruments in the band at some stage that you've ended up doing without?
No, actually. We were 4 cellos for a long time. And on the Reflections album, the songs I wrote for Reflections, that was released, I think, 2003. The songs really the music demanded to have drums. And then I called Dave Lombardo. We knew him from the past. And he said, okay, he gave his number. If you need a drummer, give me a call. And then I thought, now it's time to call Dave. And we called Dave, and he came to play the record. And when we had an album full of drums and cellos, then we thought, okay, we have to have a drummer on tour. So every change has been very organic in a way. And every change, adding vocals, it's been all about the music, what has been written, what kind of songs I've wrote that gave the demand on what kind of instruments we need to have.
Listen, you're in a good position if you've got Dave Lombardo on the Rolodex to be able to just call up and do some drum work on the album for you.
Yeah, that was funny because we played together with Dave in, I think it was 98. It was Metal Festival in Netherlands, in Holland, and he was giving a drum clinic on the same stage we were last band. And he came to us and said, I heard you play some Slayer as well. Should we, do an encore? And then we did an encore with him. And that was how our friendship started.
That's absolutely fantastic. That's kind of the dream.
Yeah.
Can I ask too, like you mentioned about when you were writing Shadowmaker, as you said, all your albums are different, but it seems more lyric-based to me. Did you also write the lyrics?
I didn't write the lyrics, but I was part of writing. I don't really my English sucks, as you can hear. So
No, it doesn't.
I'm not able to. I'm not able to write such cool things in English like on the lyrics we have. But I was involved in the themes, and on some songs I wrote together, like Cold Blood and Hold My Soul. Those are co-write with Martin Hunter. He's a Swedish songwriter. So I did the session with him. We wrote the song from the scratch together, including the lyrics. But lyrics-based, it was not meant to be lyric-based. We thought when we started to work on the record and, work on the songs, we thought, okay, let's do the regular 4 vocal tracks and rest the instrumental. But many of the songs we wrote and we thought they will be instrumental, they turned out to be vocal tracks because we just felt that, okay, they simply sound better with vocals. The songs are better, so we didn't want to be dogmatic with that. Okay, Apocalyptica is an instrumental band with vocals, but it's we are a band who needs to make as good music we ever can. But also the sampler CD, what you have, it's a little bit wrong balance because it's missing 2 really big instrumental songs, like really epic 7-8 minute songs.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
I'll tell people they can actually find you at facebook.com/apocalyptica. And you also have the website apocalyptica.com. And you are coming to Soundwave in February, and people can get tickets at soundwavefestival.com. And you have the album coming out in April, Shadowmaker, but you do have you've got the single Shadowmaker available right now, don't you?
Yeah, it's available on YouTube, as a lyric video. It's not kind of really shot for the song. It's lyric video with old black and white movie material.
I watched it. You're underselling it. It's still really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And as you said, hopefully we can expect another song off the new album before Soundwave, so people can look out for that. We were going to ask you about all the heavy metal scene in Finland and that, but we'll get cut off if we do. It has been great talking to you, and I actually really look forward to seeing you at Soundwave Festival in February.
Hey, thank you for your time. Nice talking with you, and we will see you there.
Pleasure
Definitely.
was all mine.
I'm going to put in for an interview and try and catch you live at Soundwave to have a chat with you there.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
See you guys in February.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks
Bye.
very much.
See ya.
Bye.